Well, I'm working on Stinky Pete. I figured out the problem finally. Okay, what has been going on since I rebuilt the motor? Not long after, Stinky Pete was smoking really bad. It was running really crappy and at an idle. So at an idle, it was not burning all the fuel, and there was a lot of unburned fuel coming out the exhaust at an idle. When I go down the highway, it's fine, but at idle, that's what was going on. And also, every time I went to start the truck, it was acting like it was airlocked, one of the injectors. And so when I went to pull these injectors out, I had air bubbles coming out of the number three cylinder. And I figured it out. This injector inside, the one way check valve, the pop pressure valve inside, is stuck. So you could just blow air, like fuel just goes right through it. So I took the air compressor, I blew right through it, and air goes right through the nozzle. It's not sealing up. So that's why Stinky Pete, I have to have that timing advance all the way just to run, and I had to run on like a 95% used motor oil mix because if I run anything thinner in it, it barely would even run. It practically won't even run on diesel fuel right now. And what happens if it sits in idles for a long time? The fuel bowl in the piston gets loaded up, and when I try to drive again, it starts getting a pre-ignition knock from the unburned fuel in that cylinder. So, but it's a good thing I'm running Sticky Pete on my homemade diesel fuel because if this was regular diesel fuel, it would have washed out the lubrication in that cylinder and it would have scored it up and ruined it. But since I was running 90% motor oil, it was getting lubricated, and so it did not damage the cylinder at all. So luckily, I could do all this myself and fix it up. And the new injectors will come in like 3 days, and I'll ship these old ones back, and everything is good. It just these are just reman injectors, and either this one did not get rebuilt, or something was out of alignment, or something came out inside. No big deal. It happens. Human error. But I'm glad it's fixed because I went from 27 miles per gallon on the highway with Stinky Pete running motor oil down to 24 miles per gallon after I rebuilt the motor. And I thought all these issues were the bigger turbo, but I figured it out. It's this one injector. These injectors normally have a 3,000 psi pop pressure. So this is only 100 psi of air. So you could take a good injector and try to spray air through it, and nothing comes out of the tip because it's not 1,000 psi. But this one, as you can see, the injector is bad. You can kind of see like the air coming out, the fog. But yeah, like this injector is not sealing up.